children, but sometimes, and your grandkids. Where the grandparents at here? Clap your hands for your grandparents. Grandparents, I gotta address this real quick. Parents have issues, but now grandparents are totally different. Back in the day, you remember your grandma don't look like she looked in 2015. Back in the day, you remember grandma had that curly gray wig on. You could turn it 360 degrees, it was the same haircut, wasn't it? And she had that moo-moo with the puffy shoulders. And she had them big house shoes. Now I got a Halle Berry haircut wearing a miniskirt. What is going on? It might not be now that your mama don't want to keep your kids. It might be now mama trying to go on a date. Grandma trying to... And somebody that laughed. If you're 36 with 4 grandkids, don't get mad at me at that joke. Teenagers get on my nerves, man. I only have one, but it's the rest of them, man. All of them. They get on you. They're so ungrateful. Sometimes don't you just want to jump off the top rope and just kick them right in the chest, but you can't, because the government say, to my man said, the lady said, yes! Thank you, ma'am, for being honest. Inside, you just want to jump off the top rope and just pounce on them, but you can't, because the government say you got to take care of your children. But do like I do. Take your shoes off. You can't leave them on with sweat socks, okay? Every now and then you got to put a whipping. You got to give them a little spanking. Anybody back me up on that? You got to spare the rod, spoil the talk, okay? Everybody over here, these people like, we ain't sure, Cee-Jay, we ain't sure. Tell you what, man, I ain't discipline your child however you need to, but sometimes you do need to, occasionally, you need to just show them who's boss. I learned from my dad, because I never talked about my father. My dad was the anti-butt whipping champion of the world, ladies and gentlemen. He was 6'5", 335 pounds. My dad was so big, sir, when he pulled his belt off, it sounded like he started a lawnmower, okay? Like, my grandma was like, Lord, you done made the baby faint again. You know your daddy is big. When he holds his belt up in the air, it look like he killed a snake, okay? I never like it. Anybody, I'm gonna go down the list. I come from the country, boy. Your parents were not only responsible for your upbringing, but your relatives were too. In my neighborhood, we had a saying: it takes a village to whoop a Negro. Yes, it does. And everybody in here, clap your hands if you've ever been spanked with a switch. Clap your hands if you've been spanked with a switch. Extension cord, house shoe, fly swatter, hot wheel track. You ain't live when you've been hit with a loop-de-loop, baby. Anybody been hit in the head with a piece of wax fruit? What? I used to wonder why did my grandma have wax fruit on the table. It was in case she couldn't get to it. She got hit in the head with a grape, okay? Look at the people laughing. Everybody, man, everybody, I told you, we live in the same neighborhood, just a different zip code. That's all it was. Your grandma, and I'm gonna tell you what, parents had the power back in the day. Make you get a switch. Think about that. Make you go outside and break off the side of a tree. And if it wasn't big enough, you had to go back and do it again. Tell you, man, kids don't even understand how good they got it. Now parents want to be liked. We want people to like us. Your dad will tell you, I ain't your friend. Some of y'all kids give your kids an opinion. My dad, you know what my opinion was? My dad told me, I used to look it up in the dictionary. Opinion, the thing that your father tells you that he's going to give you. Yeah, man, I never got to talk back to my parents. I talked about it to my mama one time. She said, Cee-Jay, go in there and empty that garbage. I said, I'm not going to. And 2 weeks later, I woke up in the hospital. And I heard the EKG machine going boop, 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 boop. And I was coming in out of conscious, but I could hear the doctors going, he's gonna be okay. But I don't know how we're gonna get that slinky out of his butt.